I appreciate what you're doing. I really do. But none of this should be at his expense. He's a good kid. And clearly he loved his stepfather. And Cameron, I have no recollection of what Franco may or may not have said. But from what the police have told me and from what you've told me, I can say with absolute certainty that none of this is your fault.
Elizabeth, why are you here? Why do you want your husband committed to Shady Brook? Why do you want his memories restored? Why?
I don't want to be here. I don't want any of this nightmare. I just want my family back with my husband and my boys. But I'm here because I made a vow to Franco when we got married. To love him in good times and bad, in sickness and in health. And it's not out of obligation. It's because I love him so much, I would walk to hell and back for him. And I intend to keep my vow, no matter what.
Ms. Weber?
Mrs. Weber Baldwin.
Mrs. Weber Baldwin. It's clear you loved your husband very much.
Love. I still love him.
Well, he's not the first man you ever loved, is he?
Your Honor, what in Sam Hill does that have to do with anything?
It speaks to Mrs. Weber Baldwin's intention. She's made a dramatic statement about standing by her man, sticking to her vows. But Franco Baldwin is not the first man you loved, is he? I mean, here you are, fighting for his identity. But how do you justify what you did to Drew Kane when the two of you were engaged to be married?
I object to his line of questioning. It's not about her past business. That's not what we're here to decide.
Isn't it? She's questioning my client's fitness and capacity to make his own decisions. In essence, Your Honor, she is assuming custody of my client to force him into a dangerous medical procedure. I trust you've read my briefs on the procedure.
Yes.
What's more, Mrs. Weber Baldwin claims to be acting out of love for my client, but she's done this before, and to someone else she claimed to love.
Proceed.
Isn't it true? You attempted to keep Andrew Kane from learning about his true identity.
But it wasn't his true identity. Everyone thought he was Jason Morgan, but he wasn't.
You knew he was not, in fact, Jake Doe, yes or no?
Yes.
You had reason to suspect he was Jason Morgan, yes or no?
Yes.
You withheld that suspicion from him, yes or no?
Yes.
Even though you had reason to believe he'd want to know. Even though if he was Jason Morgan, he'd have a different wife and another child. You didn't take them into consideration. You loved Jake Doe. You wanted to marry Jake Doe, so you withheld information about his identity to protect yourself. Yes or no?
It was a mistake, and this has nothing to do with
Yes
Franco.
or no?
Yes, I withheld that information.
And aren't you trying to do something similar with my client? Trying to deny him his rights and his identity? All in the name of love?